Okay, people, this episode of OnlyStans is brought to you by our new friends over at Four Loko, and they are now introducing the Four Loko Jungle Juice. Look at this beautiful can design. I personally love it. I'm a sucker for a good design. If I'm driving down the street and I see a restaurant with a beautiful neon sign, I'm more likely to go in there than an old restaurant with no neon sign. And that's exactly how I feel about this can of the Jungle Juice from Four Loko. It is the wildest Four Loko yet. It's the new king of the jungle, and it's for the real party animals. We've never really partied together, but I feel like you'd be fun to party with.
We need to.
I think I would be fairly fun to party with.
Yeah.
Do you agree? I think I have fun. We've partied before, Greg. I like to have a little
Maybe
fun.
in Miami.
Maybe in Miami. We could come up to Miami. We'll do a boat day with some Four Loko Jungle Juice. I would love to do that. And yeah, this also, it says, Four Loko creates epic stories, and we could have a few epic stories on a boat. Maybe a boobloosh. People love a boobloosh. Maybe see some gators or manatees. They got those in Miami. But I just love Four Loko. It's one of my favorite drinks of all time. Has been for a long time. Huge fan. So, Hayley, if you ever want to find some local Four Loko, go to fourloko.com and follow them on Instagram at Four Loko. Not the number, though. FOURLOKO. Once again, FOURLOKO on Instagram. And if you want to find some local Four Loko for you here in Los Angeles, Hayley, just hit up fourloko.com.
You got it.
Fucking nailed that. Okay, folks, we got a new episode of OnlyStans today. We have the lovely Hayley Davies, not Hayley. We're not gonna discriminate against the Y. Hayley Davies. Very happy to have you here. I've been waiting to have you since we met at AVN.
Thank you.
Wasn't really that long ago. That was like 2 months ago. But still,
2 months ago.
Very happy to have you.
Thank you.
You're just popping off these days. Big fan of your work.
Thank you. Do you watch it?
No, I would never. I would truly never. I think that would be gross to
tune
into that.
That would be disgusting.
I think that would be gross to tune into that. But big fan of your work. My friends were excited when I told them you were coming on today.
Okay,
They're fans of your work as well.
Nice.
I feel like that's maybe in your industry. That's maybe got to be one of the best compliments you could get is when you're like one of the group chat legends. You know?
Yeah. Ryan Pownell tells me that as well. Like when he's with me, the guys are like, "Oh my God, you're with Hayley Davies."
That's a good compliment. But the way you could speak. This question is stupid to ask you, but I'm going to ask you anyway. First question I ask every guest or any person I meet in general in life, I think the first question you should always ask somebody is, where are you from? I think that's a thing we could all meet on common ground. So where are you from?
It's funny because everyone thinks I'm from Australia, and I say,
you're not from Australia?
I say I'm from Australia because I was living in Australia when I came over. And when I came over, I was like, so I'm from New Zealand, but I live in Australia.
Oh.
And everyone just goes, so you're from Australia? And it kind of just turned into this thing. And because I kind of have an Australian accent, it's kind of like in between. But New Zealand and Australia is really similar. And a lot of people don't know where New Zealand is. So
whoa.
I just say I'm Australian, but really I'm actually New Zealander. I know. Well,
assumed.
I don't blame you.
I assumed.
I even say I'm Australian.
But New Zealand's right off the island off the coast.
Right there. They're like literally like sister
Was it like
brother
Madagascar is right there too? I think. Okay, never mind.
I don't believe
just wanted to talk geography with you.
Yeah, no.
Well, hey, Hayley, what would you say is the national dish of New Zealand? Let's say me and you go to New Zealand. Where are you taking me for lunch? What are we having?
Ooh. I don't even know.
So they don't eat food in New Zealand.
There's just it's not like you'd be in Thailand and you've just got all this Thai food. It's like in New Zealand, all there is the other cuisines. So I grew up like eating like a very diverse diet, I guess, in that sense. But there's one thing like which I think some other countries claim, but like pavlova. And I'm pretty sure Australia tries to claim it, and then I'm pretty sure like something like Sweden or somewhere weird tries to claim it. But it's from New Zealand.
It's a whole battle.
It's a whole battle.
Do you guys have kangaroos over there? And they made the trip across the water?
No, but we have wallabies, which are like little baby kangaroos kind of.
You got a wallaby. A wallaby sounds a little more crazy than a kangaroo anyway.
Yeah, they're cute. And it's funny because I didn't realize that New Zealand had wallabies until like I saw one like hopping across the road. Like it's not very common. Like in Australia, kangaroos are like pretty common. Like pretty common. You got kangaroos, you got foxes, you got snakes, you got koalas.
You got crocs.
Crocs. Oh God. I've not seen one of them in the wild. But I've seen kangaroos in the wild for sure.
I hope you haven't seen a fucking croc in the wild, for Christ's sakes. You know what I saw in the wild? You know what I saw in the wild yesterday here in Los Angeles?
Oh God, like there's a lot of wild things.
A fucking like cooler robot. It was a robot roaming around the street. It looked like a cooler.
Was it the Uber Eats one?
Maybe it was a cooler with wheels on it by itself.
It was the Uber Eats one.
I was stunned.
The first time I saw that, I was like, what?
I was turning onto the street. I was like, what?
They don't have that in New York?
It's like a moving... Imagine if there was a moving cooler on the street in New York.
And it's got eyes on it, right?
I think.
Yeah.
I almost got into a car accident looking at it.
I know. It's funny because I actually saw it outside my window. One day there was a big car crash.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Yeah, what is
and
that?
then the cooler, the Uber Eats, is trying to like deliver its food, and it's like coming up to the cars that have crashed, and it's like trying to go around and shit, and it was trying to figure out what to do. You can't just be
rolling around with cooler robots on the street of Los Angeles. People that don't realize, I've seen them on one time before. I've seen them on a college campus. I saw them at Ole Miss one time, and they also have them in LA, I guess. So.
Yeah, the first time, because I would get Uber Eats and I would be like super lazy, get it like right up to my door, and then one day it was like, oh, like it's getting delivered in a robot. And
it's a plot twist.
And it was like, oh, no need to tip, and they like refund your tip to try and like make you feel better about it. But I was like, damn, now I have to like go down.
You can't feel bitter about not returning a tip to a robot.
I know.
What's your tipping protocol? How do you tip?
When I'm out for dinner, I just tip the 20%, because we don't really tip back home unless it's like extreme service. I would tip. Since I started making good money, I would tip. But here, yeah, obviously that's how it's done. So you have to, yeah. But on like Ubers, I don't usually tip.
Well, here I'm gonna throw this right back at you. So I was interested to talk about this, Miss Davies. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure.
So speaking of tips, I noticed the other day you were in my home city of New York.
I was.
You were stripping at Sapphire, I believe.
I was, yeah.
Now, what is the protocol if you're doing a feature dance at Sapphire on tipping?
Well, that was my first feature dance. Can
you take me through the night? Yeah, so what happens on a feature dance night? I would like to know the whole night.
So they come to your hotel, which is right next door in New York. I don't think that would always be the case in all the features, but it was right next door. So they meet you in the lobby. They walk you next door. You meet with the manager of the club or whatever. He kind of gives you a run. To be honest, I don't think I really got a very good rundown. As far as I was expecting, like, okay, this is the club rules. You can touch above the, like, I was just asking. I was like, it would have been good to have just like a nice rundown. But anyway, so I was like asking all the questions around that. And then he's like, your dance is at 1:15 or 1:30. You go really early, like you go at 11. So it's just sitting around. Honestly, it's interesting, but I'm assuming it's because girls are often really late and they give it so much time. Because, like a lot of time girls in LA, I think it's like probably an hour late is like standard.
You were 20 today.
I know, and that's
you were
bad.
20 today.
But for my feature, I'll tell you, I was there on the dot.
Sorry, I'm not a feature dance.
No, but, usually I'm pretty.
So 1:30 in the morning, you're doing your dance, and then do you do like lap dances after that?
Yeah. So you can do VIPs or lap dances. I didn't get booked for any VIPs. I wasn't like too crazy, like pushing. Like it was my first time. I was like, whatever. I did maybe like 15 lap dances, and then I finished it like after 4 a.m. So after my show, which is like 10 minutes at 1:30, I was just like flat out till 4.
Lap dance. How much does a Hayley Davies lap dance run someone?
Well, it was just the club prices. I don't know if I.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They didn't make it more because it's you?
So it was $150, and I think for the other girls, maybe it's a longer dance, but I was doing one song. But yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't think I was really given a lot of information. I think maybe I could have.
I'm shocked.
I really don't know.
Yeah, I thought you could be like,
but I also feel like $150 for one.
The one song's pretty good. What is that? 3 minutes? 4 minutes?
Yeah.
What do you dance to? You got a song in particular you give lap dances to?
It's just whatever's playing.
Oh, you don't get to request?
No, I did get to play my music on stage.
What would you say is your top song? Yeah, what was you like? What's your music?
Oh, my song was always Shaggy. It wasn't me. Yeah.
You could strip to It Wasn't Me by Shaggy.
Yeah.
I don't see how you can get the rhythm going on that one. I've always said my dream strip club lap dance song is Crazy Bitch by Buckcherry. You You ever heard that song?
No,
It
I
rocks.
don't think so.
Next Future Dance, maybe give it a try.
Yeah?
Just throwing it out
Can
there.
you sing it for me?
It's a pretty hard rock song, but it's not. I'm not gonna do it justice. But it's like, hey, you're a crazy bitch, but you fuck so good. I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night. It's like it's a good like.
Okay, I don't think
it's a hard rock song. I'm gonna send it to you. You'd like it.
All right.
Just take it. Workshop it.
I'll try it.
Workshop
I'll
it for the next Future Dance.
Yeah.
So but you did say earlier when I mentioned Future Dance, you've stripped before.
Yeah, for 5 years.
In New Zealand.
In Australia.
In Australia.
Yeah.
Go to the big city. Across the sea, go to the big city.
I actually made a lot more money in New Zealand than Australia.
So you did New Zealand too.
Which is surprising. Yeah. Both.
Well, I mean, it's a smaller population. You were probably the hottest stripper in New Zealand.
Yeah, but there's just a lot more money to be made. Like in Australia, like people earn 3-4 times as much.
That makes sense.
And then the same cost of living.
Is there any off the top of your head any differences between an Australian strip club and an American strip club?
I was expecting. I've only been inside a couple of clubs here. I've been inside a couple in Miami. I've been inside, obviously, Sapphire in New York. And then I've been inside Sapphire Vegas. But I was expecting, like, crazy, like, bougie, like...
Yeah, they're really not.
They're not.
No.
In fact, maybe the ones in Australia are better.
Wow. Are you advocating for Australian strip clubs right now?
Yeah.
I've never been to one. So it's a long journey to go to for a strip club.
There's some really nice strip clubs there and some really beautiful stages as well. So.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
As a stripper, take me through. What are you wanting the most? Like, what hypes you up the most? A good stage, good lighting, maybe good food behind the scenes. What gets you going?
You're definitely. Well, it's definitely about like the customers, the clientele as well, because that makes a huge difference to the vibe instantly. Like if you've got like a bunch of like drunk stag guys or buck guys, whatever you call them.
What's
like,
a butt guy?
You call them stags, right?
What's a stag guy?
Stag, like they're about to get married. They're on their stag do.
Oh, I guess I think I've heard that before. Yeah. So if they're engaged or on like a bachelor party.
Yeah.
So you don't want those guys. You don't want those guys, or you do want those guys?
No, some of them are great.
But
some of them are just... Because in New Zealand, at the strip clubs, there's a really big tipping culture. Versus Australia, not much tipping culture. So in New Zealand, you go on stage and then you walk the whole room and you get your tips.
Go here.
Yeah, and you like motorboat and stuff like that.
For fun.
Exactly. And then in Australia... It's not like that at all. There's barely any tipping culture. So, what was I saying why I didn't like the buck guys?
I guess maybe they tip less.
So some of them are great and they have like a bunch of money, and then some of them are just like drunk, like just like really rude and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're not even thinking about tipping.
Yeah, because there's been times where I've had like incredible nights because like the buck groups just get obsessed with me and they'll just like take turns like taking me for lap dances, and then again and again and again, and I'll just have like I'll make like thousands of
I was about to say, do you possibly have a ballpark in the top of your head of the most you made in a night stripping?
Yeah, and it's not like American money, but it's like $9,000.
Ooh, in one night?
Yeah, and
so is that more or less than us? Sorry.
Oh, that's lit. That's
so like 5K or something.
About 5.5.
Good night.
Yeah.
So what were we gonna say? My apologies.
But like I would say I regularly made my average was like 1.5 to 2K, and then often like a decent night was like 3.5 was like not crazy, like not unheard of.
I gotta start stripping.
Yeah.
Make a lot of cash.
It's good. That's why I stopped working in IT, because I was like working in IT.
What?
Yeah.
You were in IT?
I worked in IT.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like a little computer nerd. It was funny because when I was like studying, they were just like, "You working in IT?" Like, and they would be like, "You don't look smart." And I'm like, "Thanks."
Prejudiced against hot girls.
Yeah.
Hot girl prejudice.
Yeah, because I always cared like what people thought about me. So I was like, "Oh, I've got to have like this good career." But then I was just like, you know what? Fuck it.
I'm glad you figured that out for worldwide, you know?
I started stripping a little bit when I was 19, but I was always just like, oh, I just need some money for this. Oh, I just need some money for that. And then it kind of slowly developed into like okay, I'm just gonna do it and go for it. Yeah. But I would always still work in IT, and then I would be like a personal trainer on my lunch breaks and after work, and then I would go strip. So I would always like work a bunch, and it was interesting because I would work, for example, my whole month salary in my IT job, I would make in like one weekend at the club. So I would just be like super bummed about it.
And this is just like, this makes no sense.
This makes no sense. But I was like, for longevity,
you're a career gal.
yeah, it's still, I treat this as a career. Like, it's a business. It's like, I do a lot. So, yeah.
Very interesting. What would you say was your, like, style of stripper? Like, how would you like go up to the dudes and try to butter them up?
I was never like that. I don't like to be too, like, I don't really think I live by the term, like, fake it till you make it. Like, I don't like to be too fake.
Yes.
Yeah, I just like to be genuine. Like, I'm not just gonna go up to you and be like, "Oh, you're so handsome," when I don't think that. Like, I just can't do that, and I just didn't want to be like that.
Did you have a fake stripper name?
Hayley.
Oh, it was Hayley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you kept the same one.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, hey, this is an OnlyFans podcast, so let's discuss that.
Yeah.
Let's get into that.
Yeah.
How's that going?
That's good.
Solid.
Yeah.
Wait,
really
so
good.
actually, let's just take it back. So you're doing stripping in Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah.
Then when did you get into like the OnlyFans porn end of that?
So I got into OnlyFans a year ago because I was traveling in Europe, and my friend who also kind of like worked in IT, because I swore I would never do it.
You're just you and the IT guys. You just
Yeah. And she started doing it. So I was like, you know what? Because people would always say to me, like, you need to do it. You'll make so much money. And that was, I missed the whole COVID boat. Like, I would be so rich right now if I did it during COVID. But I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to regret my decision, because I wanted to be a cop. That was like my dream job.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like, I can't have that stuff on the internet.
Hey, you could be a cop maybe somewhere. Yeah. Maybe Vegas. What about a Vegas cop?
If only. But yeah, so then I started doing it, and I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. So I was just like ready to put in all the hard work, and I would just like film TikToks all day and do all that.
That seems like the way to do it, huh?
Yeah, it was. I don't think TikTok's it anymore. I don't.
What is it nowadays?
Reels.
On Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Reels are coming back. I was reading today, we got me banned on TikTok. America might ban TikTok.
Yep.
Rest in peace, Talk.
Yeah.
I'm very bad at TikTok. I hope we ban TikTok. I stick at it.
Yeah, it'll make my life easier, because I'm always like, damn, do I focus on TikTok? But the views are fucked. I need to like make a new account or something.
I know.
Yeah, I barely use it. And when I say make TikToks, usually I mean like make TikTok, download it, and post it as a reel. Because like, yeah, Instagram is doing better than TikTok.
I didn't know that. I'm happy about that, because I'm way more of a Reels guy.
Yeah, for sure.
So I know you obviously shoot porn and you shoot OnlyFans content.
Yeah.
What's
I started porn like 4 months ago. But what were you saying?
You only started it 4 months ago?
The porn, like shooting mainstream?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you seem like
and I only started doing OnlyFans collabs about 8 months ago.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm super, super, super new.
I didn't realize you were that new.
Yeah.
You ooze like you're just a pro. I figured you've been doing it longer than that, but congratulations on that. Only 8 months. Unbelievable. Yeah. I had no idea you were this new in the world.
Yeah.
Are you stunned by the world, or are you liking it?
Oh, I love it. I think the people are really, really cool. Like, there's a lot of really cool people, like just really open-minded. Like, you can just be yourself. Like, it's refreshing.
It's a refreshing world out here in beautiful Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying everyone in Los Angeles is like super, down to earth and open minded, but I'm saying like a lot of the people in the industry that I've met and become close with are really nice. Yeah. Okay,
so the presenting sponsor of this segment is Four Loko. What would you say is your craziest or maybe most loco subscriber request you've had on OnlyFans that you started OnlyFans? What's one that you were stunned by?
I think the one to okay, so it was like basically it was very detailed. Walk in the front door in a crop top so that your navel is showing, your belly button is showing. move your hips and start to touch your belly button. Ooh, my belly button. And then pretend that there's bugs on the ground and squish them. Like, twist your feet. Oh my God, these bugs, while swishing your belly button and playing. Ooh, my belly button. Like, what? What? How do you? I just don't understand.
That's not even like a. That's not even a. It's not even a gross one. That's just.
Yeah,
that's just odd.
Right. I've had like this.
Maybe it's your accent. I could see it being some sort of like safari theme with your accent. Maybe.
I don't know. It was so strange. And then I think as far as, because aside from that, nothing crazy. I would have this guy that asked me to like suffocate my friend with my ass, and she would be like. But that was fun. But like I would literally like hurt her nose. She would be like, "You're fucking up my nose," and
I can totally see that.
Yeah. And a guy the other day asked to have a dog lick my face, and I was like,
"That sounds cute."
But it's like sexualizing that. I was like, no.
I thought when you said a dog lick my,
right.
I was like, oh.
That's cute. Like, sure, I can post that on my Instagram story. Yeah. But if you're gonna pay for that. No, it just, yuck.
Oh.
To sexualize that and jerk off to it?
I guess to jerk off to it.
Yeah. I was just like, hell no.
Because, I mean, I was stunned when you said face. I thought you were going to be like, oh, dog lick my.
Yeah. No.
Who doesn't like getting licked by a dog in the face?
No,
everyone loves it.
It's fine. I just think it's weird to want to pay for that.
I think the navel one was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first I've heard of it.
I did have a guy actually as well who would get me to do stomach vacuums and use a fake knife. This was concerning. Stomach vacuums, use a fake knife, like a retractable knife, and like go and then vacuum. Oh my God, my belly button. Like pretending to stab myself. And then vacuuming.
Yeah, I guess you're doing some OnlyFans deals with like Michael Myers or something. That's very hard. That's very horror movie-esque.
I had to be like,
that's very Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees-esque. Did you do it?
Yeah.
Do you remember how much you got for the stomach stabs?
Not a lot. That was back when I wasn't charging a lot for customs. It's crazy. I used to charge like $40 for like a custom like.
You could get a Hayley Davies custom for $40.
I know.
A mere 9 months ago.
I know. It's
unbelievable.
Insane.
What a deal!
It's insane.
I love a good deal when I get one. We gotta up your prices.
I know. No,
you're doing $150 lap dances. You're doing $40 customs.
I know.
Like I think some of the biggest names in this industry right now. I think Hayley Davies. We gotta up your game.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm still because I've grown like
so
big. Yeah, I'm still quite humble because I've grown so big. I'm like, I'm not aware of other people because people are telling me like how big I am. Like, you know, I'm in Colombia and all these people are coming up to me and I'm like, whoa, I didn't realize that.
You get stopped in Colombia?
Yeah.
Amazing. I love
that. I didn't realize. So I think none of them realized.
Yeah, see, honestly, like I can I shoot you straight?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know who you were before AVN, I think.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I barely.
And then, respectfully to you, I was like, "Holy shit, she's really hot." Who was that? And just the aura you gave immediately was like, "Oh, she's had to be doing this like 2 or 3 years, and you're like a fucking superstar." The fact that you just told me you were 4 months, 8 months, I was like, "That's crazy." I thought you were simply just a big name I hadn't heard. I didn't know you're so new.
Yeah.
So congrats on the success.
New to America and new to it all, yeah.
What?
New to America and new to it all. So,
how you liking America? How you liking the States?
I love it.
Good place?
Great. Yeah.
And how long have you been living here?
6 months. In LA, maybe like 4 or 5 months.
Okay. What do you think you're gonna settle down here?
I'm actually moving to Miami.
You moving to Miami?
Yeah.
I did just notice on your Instagram. Because I was looking at your Instagram and now it says like LA dot and then home Miami.
I know. I just changed
you're moving to Miami. You're gonna be in Miami,
I changed that to see if people start to reach out about collabing in Miami. Yeah, I'm gonna be a Miami girl. When I came here, I actually was in Miami.
That's great. How'd you settle on Miami? I've never really heard of you guys doing LA or Miami. That's so unique of you.
Wait, what was the question? Sorry, what?
I'm joking. I've never heard of a hot chickie that's choosing between LA or Miami.
Oh.
Never. It's crazy. I don't know how you chose that one.
So unique.
What was the problem with Davenport, Iowa? Why'd you choose Miami?
It is literally every hot girl deciding right between LA or Miami.
Which one is it?
Yeah.
You gonna get a boat?
Huh?
You gonna get a boat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jet
you
skis,
are.
boat,
Yeah, you are.
All that.
Very Miami of you.
All that good stuff.
Who would you say is your favorite queen to collaborate with?
Ooh, I'm gonna say Queen, like girl, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Kylie Rocket.
Ooh, I don't know who that is off the top of my head. Okay.
Yeah, she's like
Cool name.
the girl. Yeah, she's like the girl next door kind. Like we definitely don't have the same look. I'll tell you that. Like, but she's so pretty. And before I met her, she was like my little like Insta crush. I was like, God damn.
Oh wow, that's like when a young receiver grows up and catches passes from Tom Brady. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, you guys definitely have a different look.
Yeah. So her or I really like Jennifer White. She's good vibes. We had like a lot of fun.
She's so hot.
Yeah.
I didn't know who
so
she was.
fun. And
I didn't
so
really know her. I
nice,
met her
and
at the red carpet at EVN, and I was like,
yeah, she's really
not my type
really
either, but
nice.
you're a beautiful woman. I mean, she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah. Really nice.
I'm more of a blonde guy, but she's dark hair. She's very Italian.
She's very pretty.
Okay, wait. So fill me in on like what's your love life like, Hayley? You single? You dating? What do you do?
I'm definitely single. I don't date really. Like I haven't properly dated in a couple of years, but I kind of like, but I met this guy in America wise. The only person I've like kind of dated is this guy I met at the sex party, and we just been seeing each other for a couple of months. But it's very like not a relationship.
Everyone always wants to meet their boyfriend at a sex party. Did you guys have sex at the sex party?
We did, and I wasn't planning to. I was like, I'm not gonna be having sex with anyone. But I saw him on the list, and then I saw him when I walked in the door, and I was just like, oh my God. Like, wow.
In love.
No, like hot. No, Jesus.
Well, you just said that you saw him on the list, so I assume you knew who he was.
Saw him on the list, and
I'm assuming you knew who he was then
hot.
before.
No, I didn't know who he was. No, I just saw him, and I was like, oh, hello.
Okay.
And then I saw him when I walked in the door. He was hosting, and he was in a suit, and I was like, oh my
Ooh, you
God.
got the host? That's big deal.
And he's like, Hayley, nice to meet you. And I was just like, oh my God. And I was in like this man, like it was just like,
sparks.
But yeah, and then but it's not like that. Like we
guys gone to dinner yet?
We go to dinner. We just went to Colombia together. We had a
so you're dating. You go to dinner. You go to dinner, and you go on vacations together.
Yeah,
so you're dating. So you have a boyfriend.
No, we didn't do
Congrats on the boyfriend.
Oh, fuck off.
You're wifed up.
No, definitely
not.
No,
breaking
news. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. It's really not like that. And I'm moving to Miami.
Can't be.
And I barely even told him, like, that's how not like that it is.
So what do you do? Do you like party? Do you go out?
I don't really no. I never drank a lot. Sorry, I never drank regularly, but when I drank, I guess I drank a lot. But I like raves. I'm like a little raver girl.
Oh, you're a rave chick.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question about raves that I've asked people before on the show? That's always confused me as a rave outsider. Are raves like horny?
No, not that I know of. No,
because like everyone's wearing these like provocative clothes. Do people grind at raves?
Not
is it a grinding event? I've always wondered that.
No, there's different kinds of like raves, especially like EDC, are very like magical and just like in the moment. Like I would say there's like, like you'll like kiss your friends and stuff like that. But I've never been horny. Like the only thing I've thought about when I'm at a rave and I'm like high on whatever I'm high on is sometimes because I tried something for the first time at one of them, and I just was thinking, imagine what it'd be like to like kiss someone right now. Like that was all I was thinking. Like as far as the sex goes, I don't know. It might be for some people, but for me personally,
it's just for the vibes.
No. And I'm not like I'm not a slut at all outside of
That was
work.
my next question, which I was very excited to ask you.
Yeah, because before.
So, how much sex is Hayley Davies having when she's not working? Because people freak out about that.
Right. Because until I met that guy a couple of months ago, hadn't slept with anyone outside of work.
How long was your non-work dry streak?
6 months. Yeah. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. But now, like, I guess I'll have sex with him
every now and then.
Yeah.
Those are times, right?
Like every few days.
Every few days, yeah. That's interesting. So 6 months dry streak, non-working. Now, do you equate when you're working to sex, or is it not? I've always wondered this. Do you actually count it as sex? No, right?
No.
Like if I'm asking for, which I'm not, but if I'm asking for your body count, you don't include people you work with.
I mean, I say I probably would because it's sex in that sense, like they're inside you and you fucking.
Yeah.
But as far as like
emotional,
emotionally, no.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a very interesting thought to think about.
Some of them are. And I have this one guy that I work with, and he's probably the one that I think's like the hottest. And
he's a coworker.
Yeah, like, and we're friends, but I think he's hot. So, and he sells really, really good for me. And I don't know if it's because he just does great because he's really good. Very, very good.
For the record, you're being very nice about him. Why don't you just say who it is?
Mr. Lucky POV. He's like my favorite to shoot with. So
hype him up. He's
yeah.
I don't know why you're saying very nice things.
He shoots great content. Like anyone would say that, so it's hard to say if that's why. It's also POV, which sells great, but he still sells better than like Jason Love. Like he's literally like my top seller. And I don't know if it's because like I'm actually like we're just like such good friends, and it's just like it's actually like really like fun. And like I feel like yeah.
I love that for you. I love that. I love that you're saying it's still fun. That's so nice.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
Well, not that the other ones aren't fun, but like this one's just like very fun.
So what's Hayley Davies looking for in a guy these days?
What do I look for in a guy?
When you try to get married, you ever trying to get married?
No.
No?
Yeah, I do love being single. I think I thrive being single. So I don't want a relationship. I feel like as soon as I get into that, I just feel like held back. And because I work so much, I don't like distractions. I don't need to feel like I miss you. I don't need to like have no. I'm just doing my thing. It's like so much more enjoyable. So, but if I was, it's not to say I wouldn't be with someone if I found the right person. But they need to be funny. Like it's so important to be funny.
Everyone says that. It's not true.
You have to laugh with them.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Yeah. And then they have to be good at communication, which is hard to find. They have to be like ambitious, like hardworking, successful, and like just like caring. Yeah. And ideally tall, dark, and handsome.
They gotta be tall. You're not. Hey, I'm kind of meeting you for the first time right now. You're not the tallest girl in the world, Hayley.
No. I'm small.
How tall are you?
5'2", 5'3".
5'2". And you got some pair.
I think like ideally like I mean sure like 6 foot's great, but I think like could get away with 5'8".
5'8's
that's not even tall.
The minimum.
I'm gonna say that's probably the minimum.
Yeah. What about like 5'6"?
I mean, look, like
there's 5'6" guys out there. There's 5'6" guys out there.
Yeah, like
Billy Joel's 5'6".
Hmm?
Billy Joel is 5'6".
I don't know who that is.
He's an American singer. He's great. You should check out his music.
Yeah, I think that like when you get to know someone, a lot of things change.
What music do you listen to? EDM?
Yeah. And rap.
Who were some of your faves?
I like Tyga.
Have you and Tyga participated in content yet together?
Not content.
Doesn't he do that?
No, he does not film anymore.
Oh, he retired. Rest in peace.
Huh?
Retired. I thought he did.
I know. He doesn't anymore. Yeah.
Interesting. So how does one slide into Hayley Davies' DMs?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying how does one? Yeah. If I'm like, if I'm watching this
Tiger,
show,
you just slide in and you say hi.
If I'm watching this show and I'm like, I want to slide into Hayley Davies' DMs, what am I going to say?
I don't really respond to many.
It's got to be good.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be really.
Is there a shining really DM recently? You're like, oh, that's funny. I like that.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head, to be completely honest, but I have a lot of like funny DMs that I like screenshot. I want to do like a reading DMs video, but as far as like to catch my attention, because I get, how many do I get a day? I don't know. Not crazy amount, maybe 50 to 80 requests a day. So like I'm not looking at every profile. So you're gonna have to say something. You can't just react to my story. You can't just say, hey. You can't just say you're hot. Like you got to do something that makes me go, oh, let me actually read this and check your profile. Because I've not. I know that there's people like I know that Savannah Bond talked about it on your episode. She says like DMs is like her dating app.
Oh, Bond's the worst with
yeah.
DMs.
I've never gone like met someone from my DM.
Oh, she loves DMs.
Actually, that is a lie.
Of course, it's a lie.
I have, but it was because it was a celebrity.
Ooh, you want to spill the tea?
We just talked to. I just mentioned him, but
who?
Tiger.
Oh, well,
he slides into everyone's.
Good for him. He's horny.
Yeah,
you're allowed to be horny nowadays.
Into everyone.
2024. Horny's allowed.
They say you're not a LA baddie unless you've like fucked Tiger or something.
Oh, that's the motto to live by.
Yeah.
I gotta fuck Tiger. I want to be an LA baddie, you know.
But I think I've had. There's some other people that have slid in, which I'm not gonna say who I want to meet. But yeah.
Damn. Who's your dream slide in?
Oh my god.
Like could be anybody.
Hailey Bieber.
Hailey Bieber?
She's so hot. I don't know why.
She is beautiful.
She's so
beautiful
hot.
woman.
Or like maybe Kendall Jenner. I like to fuck her. I like girls. So.
I was about to say, it sounds like you're 2 for 2 on ladies.
Yeah, I mean I like both. But like damn, girls are fine.
Yeah, girls are a lot hotter than dudes if we're being straight. We're kind of gross.
Romantically, like it's like if I'm gonna have a one night stand, it's gonna be with a girl. Like I don't want to just
you have
fuck
lady
a guy.
one night stands.
Yeah,
no
if I'm
way.
out in a rave or a club and I'm gonna take someone home, it's not gonna be a random guy. No way. It's gonna be a girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Now 100%.
Are you?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Fill me in on this whole thing.
Guys don't fucking deserve to take me for a one night stand.
I agree, they don't. I love it. I agree.
Take a hot girl home.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Tell me, please, enlighten me more on this.
I just like every time I go out, I'm just like so excited to like go find like a hot girl, like make her, like bring her home. I don't know, like I just love girls.
Same.
I don't want to just bring home a random guy.
What do you like more? Tits or ass?
Ass.
If we're talking about chicks.
Ass.
Really?
But I love tits as well. Okay, when I say tits or ass, I mean I would rather a girl with big ass and small tits than small ass and big tits. Because I love itty bitty titty committee on a girl.
Makes one of us, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like tits. They're pretty rock and roll.
But I also like big. I don't so much like the big natties. I like the big bolt-ons. I sucked on my own tits last night on live. That was fun.
How was that?
That was cool.
Make some cash on that?
Yeah. That was my highest earning live last night.
How much can you tell us?
It wasn't even anything crazy. It was 3,000. 3,000 in an hour 20. Pretty good. Yeah. I mean, that's great.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
God forbid you buy me lunch one of these days. 3,000 in 1 hour. Must be nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, interesting. Yeah. The whole idea of tits, I've always said it's my favorite. That's why I do the show.
Yeah. Know? I've got good tits.
They look great. They look phenomenal, Hayley. Congrats on that. Okay, so one question I do have on here is because I'm going to treat you straight, Hayley. You're a beautiful lady. You got a very busty bod, as they say in the world. So I do have right here tits and ass real. Is your ass real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is my tits? They're real expensive.
How expensive are we talking?
Well, I've had them done twice. So like
2 times?
So
they're 2-time champions?
20 grand. Yeah. But they're nice. You want to see them?
That's a good investment, but yes, I will. But
they've made me a lot of money.
Amazing. And they're gonna make you more money.
Yeah.
But can I ask you one question if you're gonna offer that?
Okay.
Can you flash me for as long as I chug this loco?
Okay.
I have like this much left in it, so it's not gonna be too long. I'm gonna see if I can finish this off.
Enjoy. You're gonna have to scald.
I don't think I have to like, you know when you kiss somebody and you like watch the TV behind you? That's what it's gonna be. Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Are you even looking? Oh. Ding.
Why did I just chug that so quickly? as I'm in the middle of the process, I said to myself, why am I doing this quick? I should be drinking as slow as possible.
I know. What? Regret.
Well, hey, great boobs.
Thank you.
Great boobs. Congrats on that.
Good investment.
Great investment. You spent 20, I would have spent 40.
Thailand. Dr. Pornthep was his name.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Hey, Shay, if you ever see this,
solid job.
Dr. Pornthep?
Pornthep.
Dr. Pornthep. You did great work, pal. Amazing. Okay, so I was just checking out your Twitter, and I saw you have tweeted recently. I'm treating the Colombians today. You're in Colombia. Maybe flashing your tits a little bit.
Yeah, I like to do that.
Give me the backstory on that. Yeah, I would love to hear about it.
So I was in Colombia. Obviously, everywhere I go, I do a lot of content, and I like to flash in public. And this could have gone really badly.
I'm so interested.
I'm in
I
Colombia.
love a public flash.
And it's funny because I watch documentaries about Colombia is like one of the world's worst prisons. Anyway, so I'm up this mountain and I tried to tuck behind this corner, and it's like a mountain, but it's like a tourist spot. So there's like hundreds of people going up. Anyway, I duck into the staircase and I'm like getting my friends to film, and I'm like flashing, right? And I noticed this guy, and I'm like going like this, and this guy is there, and he sees it, and he's just like, and I couldn't tell if he was serious or like having a laugh. Anyway, we start to walk down, and he was obviously having a laugh. I thought he was the only person who saw. He's obviously having a laugh because then we're like down some more stairs. He comes up to my friend and like literally goes, oh, and I'm like, okay, so we keep walking down, and there's cops walking up. And I don't speak Spanish, so my friend was translating, and there's cops walking up. And I'm like filming, I see it, I didn't even think of anything of it, and he says that in Spanish, they were talking about that someone's like exposing themselves and that they were at the top and like they're coming looking for me. And I was like, he told me that, and he's like, they're looking for you. And I was like, you're fucking with me. Like, I know that fugitive? You're fucking with me.
You're a fuging flashy guy? Okay.
And I was like, this isn't funny. Like, you're fucking with me. And he's like, no, like, I'm serious. Like, they're looking for you. Like, you need to hide. So I asked his friend, because his friend's like nice. So I was like, is that actually what they were saying? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, fuck. So I'm like trying to walk down like 700 stairs, and I'm like shaking. Like, I'm like scared. I'm like, Colombian.
You don't want to go to Colombian prison. Yeah, I agree.
And I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like so scared. So I don't know. That was it. I didn't actually get in trouble.
So you survived. You're here right now.
I survived.
You're here in person. I'm happy you're here. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Here in person. I love that.
Literally like freaking out.
Was that your first ever potential police encounter with flashing? Because I know you said you love public flashing.
Yeah. Because usually back home, like public nudity, it's not really like a big thing. I feel like here in America, it's like a big thing.
We should make it a less big thing.
Yeah, I feel like
I wouldn't mind seeing more boobs in my daily life, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, that was scary. And then I was telling one of my friends, and he's like, in countries like that, like where things like that can be considered extremely offensive, like you probably should be more careful, and like you could end up in jail for 10 years or something. And I was like, yeah.
10 years for a flash? How long would you go to jail for a flash? I
feel like here in America, you would just get like a night in jail.
Yeah. Easy money. You go to all women's jail.
Yeah.
Low security.
Colombia,
you can play Yahtzee.
You would probably have the opportunity to pay them like 10, 20 grand to get out of it. Maybe 30.
Basically get extorted.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I saw one more tweet you tweeted recently.
Yeah.
I don't know how anyone could not like eating pussy. I could have that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I just love eating pussy.
What's your favorite part about it?
Feeling when you put your fingers in and you're like, and you feel the girl's like pussy start to like pulse on it, and just like I love like a nice pretty pussy. I just love like hearing the girl moan, because I like when I watch porn, like I don't listen for the guy. I don't watch the guy. I watch a lot of solo girl porn as well.
Yeah, we should be silent.
Yeah, hearing the girl moan, like when she gets like wet, like a little bit creamy is hot, as long as it's good cream, not the bad.
What kind of cream are we talking about here?
Just like when it's just like a little bit creamy, but not like a bad taste or a bad smell.
Do you have any tips for going down on chicks for the fellas out there?
I think like to tease, it always turns you on like when you like tease, like kiss down the body, and then you kind of like kiss like the inner thighs, and you just wanna I think the number one tip, honestly, which I get so frustrated because I'm like, how do you not understand? Is like just listen to the girl, and if she's like moaning, and like the moaning is increasing, don't change what you're doing. Like,
keep
why?
doing it. Keep doing it.
I don't understand.
Oh my God.
Because that's the one thing that annoys me. I'm like moaning like I'm about to, and then they just completely change it, and I'm like,
no, that's words of encouragement.
Yeah.
If you're getting a moan.
And I know some girls like it, but I think in general, the curl, not that.
Yeah, the curl. Yeah, the curl.
Yeah, the curl is what I like, and that's what I usually do to people. But
can't believe you got to use game film for other people and then use it on yourself. It's insane.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. Well, hey Hayley, this was a lot of fun. I'm glad you came. Thank you for coming. It's been a whole 2 months, a long time coming.
I know.
Do you have any questions for me before we leave?
Rate my tits out of 10.
Can I see what's more without the the can in my hand? Pretty hard to not be a 10. No one's a 10 though. 9.1.
Woo!
I am interested looking at them. What's the whole deal with the piercing chicks when they go 1 or 2? What's better?
Oh my God.
I think I prefer 1. I think I'm with you on the 1.
It's funny because a lot of people ask me, and I had 2, but because I was a stripper and people were constantly touching them, and my body heals slow as far as piercings go, and they would keep knocking them. So I was like, I need one good boob.
Gotta have one good one.
Have one good boob, because I was constantly saying to them, like, you know, touch around. And I was like, okay, it's easier if I just say, don't touch this tit. Just touch this tit. So I needed one good boob.
Ooh, because you're saying if like they're feeling the one with the piercing and like maybe like move it around a little bit.
Making it bleed. Fuck, it was, oh my God. I've had so many horrendous, like, painful times. Like, because they're just grabbing a tit and then they'll just like rip it. Oh my God. Yeah. So then I was like, I need one good boob. And then it's funny because like,
what a thing you don't think about. Oh my word.
And it's funny because I had 2.
I'm covering my nipples and they're not even pierced.
Yeah. I also had 2 tongue piercings, but one of them just got ripped from face fucking. So now I have lopsided tongue, which is really bad. Like, lopsided boobs is fine.
Can we see lopsided tongue right now? Is it like noticeable? You can see it?
Oh yeah.
What's the problem about it?
I have 1.
Oh yeah, you got to move that to the middle.
Yeah, because I had 2, but I'm gonna get it re-pierced. I only just took it out because it got really bad from the face fucking. One day I was like, oh, I got.
Tell me about it. You get face fucked and you got a lopsided tongue. I know.
Yeah.
Tales all this time.
Yeah. So.
Well, hey.
I got a lopsided tongue.
This is fun.
At least it's like.
Hey, they still look amazing. They're great. Your tongue looks great. Tits look great.
The tits are fine. The tongue, I'm like.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Tits matter way more than the tongue.
It doesn't look good.
Well, Hayley, this was fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And you're great. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's do it again sometime.
We should. We should party in Miami.
New York.
One day. New York. Is
Nashville.
the party life good there? Yeah.
No, we're good.